Attention! The following video is awkward situations, but more importantly, in the future we will have 3D printers that will be able to print chocolate bars that we can eat, so everyone is going to be extremely fat and porn sites will start uploading cooking videos. The future is very scary, but thank you for watching my video. Enjoy.
Palm trees out my window. Never thought I'd be here right now. Balcony with my dream team. Can't help but think it's our year right now. Girls ain't really talk too back.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I am Joel, back and better than ever. This is Awkward Situations, the series where you guys write your real life for the awkward situation. And I'm not good at talking. Just kidding. I am, but I wasn't trying very hard there, and there was a demon inside of me. And on awkward situations, I try to relate the awkward situations to my life, and sometimes I try to give advice from that, but I never promise that because I think that's really self-righteous, and I'm not a therapist or a counselor. And on my last awkward situations video, I guess I wasn't giving the best advice or something. I don't even remember what I said because I don't retain these words that randomly get blurted out of my mouth very well. But one of the commenters said, "Fuck you, nobody. Your advice fucking sucks. I hate this video." And I was like, whoa, calm down, Dad. I told you not to watch these videos if they upset you because he's angry and a drinker. That's not true at all. It was just some random person I didn't know. And it didn't really hurt my feelings because I've been on the internet for about 3 years now. I'm an internet vet. Well, obviously I was on the internet before I started doing YouTube. I mean, there's tons of things you could do on the internet besides the YouTube. Like, there's YouPorn, YouJizz, etc., etc. Anyway, so it didn't hurt my feelings, but I just need to warn people because I don't want to upset people. Like, what if he was having a really bad day and he came to this video and he's like, yes, I'm going to get advice. I'm going to feel good, educated, nurtured. And he saw my stoner-esque rambling and he listened to it and he didn't feel fulfilled with knowledge. And he was like, fuck! And that guy might have killed someone. He might have killed someone that day, and it's my fault, and I feel a tremendous amount of guilt for that. But that's why I am prefacing this video by saying, don't kill anyone. I'm not a doctor. So, yeah, this is some boring Modern Warfare 2 gameplay that has an explosive ending. Yeah, but my friends and I have been playing a lot of the old CODs lately, and it's been very fun for us. And so that's what this is, and this awkward situation is one I have probably put off doing a long time ago, many times actually, but it's extremely awkward and I have some short and sweet advice about it, and we're gonna get started right now, so let's go. Today's awkward situation says, "Dear NobodyEpic, I try to get sleep at night, but sometimes my parents decide to do it while I try to sleep. They do this many times. I need some advice. In parentheses, do not mention my name if you use this one." Alright, so this is probably the most awkward situation I have ever talked about on this series, and I like how he's short and sweet about it, and he's like, this is a sleeping issue. My parents have crazy tantric sex, and I am not able to get enough rest at night, so definitely an issue we're going to have to talk about and deal with, and I've dealt directly with this back in my day, and I'm not old. I'm 23 years old, so when I say back in my day, I mean like the start of the new millennium or whatever. I didn't have a iPhone like I have now, didn't have my smartphone, didn't have Twitter, Flappy Birds, or all that stuff, so I actually slept at night, or at least I tried to. And that's really funny to think about, like, wow, it was a lot easier to go to sleep before the entire world was able to be held in the palm of your hands in the form of an iPhone or stuff like that. Because sometimes I'll just be falling asleep and I'll think, like, you know, what movie was Robin Williams in 1994? And then I'll go on IMDb and look at that. But back in the day, if I thought that, I would just be like, well, fuck if I know. I'll never know that. I'll have to go to the library or something to figure that out. And that's too much work, so I don't care anymore. But, you know, different times. Anyways, I had a 13-inch TV. See, I was gonna say cock as a joke, but you guys all know that's not true. I'm slightly around average. Anyways, I had a 13-inch TV with a VCR slot, of course, and at night I would always plug my headphones into that TV, watch it, and fall asleep. And I mostly did that because my house when I was that age was smaller, so I didn't want other people at night to hear the TV and have it wake them up. And I've said this before, I've had like nightmare problems when I was younger. I had like night terrors or whatever, so I would want the light of the TV on but I know it's extremely uncomfortable, but it did protect me from hearing sex noises in my house that would haunt my dreams. I never had any nightmares about my parents having sex or anything, but there was that one time. No. I did have some fear as a child that I was going to have some traumatic event happen to me, like my baseball coach was going to touch my balls, or I don't know, my teacher was going to rape me. And that's not true, because educators I like a lot of my teachers, but I don't know, I had this weird, and I think if you have this self-awareness, then obviously this thing isn't going to happen to you, but I had this fear that a traumatic event was going to happen to me, and in my adult years I was going to be a serial killer from this traumatic event, right? And definitely you could classify hearing your parents have crazy tantric sex every night as some type of a mental scarring event. And I was able to avoid that with the headphones thing. So if you have some type of headphones that you could put in, or some type of thing you could do, like where you cover your ears and scream, "I hate the noises! I hate the noises!" that would probably stop them from having sex, or at least they would do it a lot quieter, because they would hear their child doing it and it would freak them out. Oh, or you know what you could do? You could insinuate to your parents that you're becoming a serial killer, right? Because they're having this crazy sex or whatever, and then so you could be at the dinner table the next morning after a crazy sex session, and you could be like, "So, I heard you really nailing mom last night, Dad," and your dad would be like, "Oh, what?" He'd be all avoiding it and stuff, and it'd be really awkward for him, and then you could be like, "Yeah, I heard you having crazy sex last night. Really made me want to murder some kittens, murder some animals, maybe some flesh," and that would probably freak your dad out, and then next time he'd be like, "Look, honey, we gotta calm down, like be really quiet because our son's getting crazy," and then he'd probably get you the psychotherapy and counseling that you need at this point in your life. So I think that would be the best idea, best possible advice I could give. God, I'm great with advice. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Awkward Situations. Be sure to write your awkward situations in the comments, and have a great day.
I'm so P-A-C-I-F-I-C, I'm out here chillin'. You know where the F-I-B. P-A-C-I-F-I-C, I'm out here chillin'.